Getting back to it now to better secure our rights. President-elect Trump, seems funny to find president-elect, this President Trump calls upon Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. A digital Bill of Rights. And you listen to people on the left right now. Man, do they hate Elon Musk. Remember how they howled and laughed because Elon Musk had spent $44 billion on Twitter, and what a fool he must have been. Well, Elon Musk has lots of money. Paying for the right to have free speech was priceless to him. But here's President Trump on the importance of signing a bill that will guarantee our rights, that will safeguard our rights from the likes of big government or big tech, right? It's incredibly important. Listen.
Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal.
Timely appeal. That's right. You should have your rights. You shouldn't have some agency going in the back door and silencing you, deplatforming you, canceling you. You see, transparency is a recurring theme here. Put some light on it, particularly when it comes to President Trump's commitment to personal security. Take, for example, his proposal to establish a commission to investigate chronic childhood illness, obesity, diabetes. President Trump wants answers about the causes of a variety of these sicknesses. He wants to make America healthy again. He wants all Americans to be well because health is the best, most attainable form of wealth. Here he is on that.
When I'm back in the White House, I will establish a special presidential commission of independent minds who are not bought and paid for by Big Pharma, and I will charge them with investigating what is causing the decades-long increase in chronic illnesses. I understand Big Pharma, I believe, better than anybody else. I know where they're coming from. And then I will ask them to publish recommendations for how every American child can have a safe and healthy childhood.
Yeah, a safe and healthy childhood. Pursue the American dream. Man, it feels good to hear all this, doesn't it? Day of optimism, to say the least. Coming back to children's health, nothing is more important than stopping the deliberate and malicious harming, the maiming, and sexual mutilation of children. President Trump on the need to stop the transgender mafia. That's what it is, a small fringe of people threatening and posturing and pushing for some strange attack on children. How about we talk about detransitioning now? We'll get to that, don't worry. President Trump is clear and emphatic on the need to end this evil and perverse form of torture and destruction of humanity. Listen.
I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly.
It'll go very quickly, as it should. Security, independence, freedom, and health are a necessity. The same is true for wisdom. It's a virtue. To the radical left, however, wisdom is a sin. To all who run our colleges and universities, I shouldn't say all, but most, who would run them into the ground, President Trump says no more. He'll fire the Marxist maniacs who accredit these schools. He will fire all who have abetted the destruction of our colleges and securities. President Trump will have the Department of Justice pursue civil rights actions against schools that engage in racial discrimination. Listen to this proposal to stop the corruption of language because the injustices that students face and the crimes that schools commit are a product of those who use equity as a shield and an excuse to engage in some of the worst forms of racism. It's got to stop. Here it is.
Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit, unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment.
Yeah. And on this day, we look at President Trump's domestic policies, and they are worthy of our support. His plan symbolized the change we seek and the justice all Americans deserve. President Trump's Day One agenda proves it is indeed a new day in America. Thank God. America is back. America is under new leadership, new management. America that will be great again. President Trump's Day One agenda promises to be very busy. And more importantly, his Day One agenda promises to be very productive. His plans are concise, impressive, and frankly, very good. His plans are also unambiguous because he intends to lead. He plans to keep his promises and go forward. His foreign policies promise just the same and just as impressive. Those will come up soon. It's a new day in America, my friends. The day is bright. Good to be back, isn't it? Good to be back. God bless America. Thank you for being here. You made it happen. You made it happen. All right, remember, in order to keep this movement going forward, follow me on Twitter, Rumble, Substack, Getter, Truth Social, all of these places. Take a couple of minutes. Follow along. Be part of the conversation. We're changing America for the better. You're part of it. I'm part of it. We're part of it together. So let's work together to make this happen. All right, we'll take a break.